Limitless Mind Audiobooks.
Introduction: The Cost of Distraction. We live in the noisiest age in human history. Your phone pings, your inbox fills, social feeds refresh endlessly, each one pulling at your mind, promising importance, stealing your attention. And maybe you've noticed it. You can't finish a task without checking your phone. You can't relax without reaching for a screen. You start your day with good intentions, but end it wondering where all the hours went. This is not harmless. Distraction has a cost, and it's higher than you think. It robs you of focus. It robs you of depth. It robs you of potential. The world has convinced us that busyness equals progress, that the more we fill our hours, the more we achieve. But deep down, you know the truth. You are moving faster and faster while going nowhere at all. Distraction is a silent thief. It doesn't just take your minutes, it takes your life force. The scattered mind can't create, can't connect, can't grow. It keeps you trapped in the shallow end of life, exhausted yet unfulfilled. But here's the good news. The antidote exists, and it's simpler than you think. The answer is stillness. Stillness isn't weakness. It isn't laziness. It isn't doing nothing. Stillness is strength. It is clarity. It is the power to reclaim your attention, focus your energy, and live with presence instead of pressure. This audiobook is not about retreating from the world. It's about mastering yourself within it. It will show you how to silence the noise, escape the trap of constant distraction, and rediscover the clarity that modern life has buried. Because the truth is this: distraction kills potential. Stillness creates freedom. And the freedom you crave begins here. Chapter 1. The Silent Thief of Potential. Distraction doesn't shout. It whispers. It slides in quietly, disguised as just one quick check. A scroll, a ping, a notification. Nothing serious, nothing dangerous. At least, that's what we tell ourselves. But those little distractions add up. They fragment your mind. They scatter your focus. They steal the most valuable thing you have, your ability to give full attention to what actually matters. Here's the truth. Every time you get pulled away, your brain loses momentum. Studies show it can take over 20 minutes to fully refocus after even a small interruption. 20 minutes lost. Not once, but dozens of times a day. No wonder you feel busy, but rarely productive. Distraction robs you of depth. You start projects, but don't finish them. You chase new ideas, but never master them. You spend hours online, but barely remember what you consumed. It's like eating junk food for the mind. It fills you up, but leaves you empty. Worse, distraction robs you of creativity. Creativity requires stillness, silence, and uninterrupted space for thoughts to connect. But when your mind is hijacked by constant noise, you never give yourself the chance to think deeply enough for real breakthroughs. And most dangerously, distraction robs you of your potential. Potential is unlocked by focus. The power to take one thing, commit to it fully, and bring it to life. Without focus, potential stays dormant. It never matures into mastery. If you've ever ended a day exhausted but unsatisfied, this is why. You weren't lazy. You weren't weak. You were simply distracted. And distraction has been stealing from you quietly, drip by drip, moment by moment. But here's the shift. Once you see distraction for what it really is, a thief, not a harmless habit, you can begin to take your power back. You can stop feeding it your energy. You can choose stillness instead, because the mind you master is the life you master. and it all begins with reclaiming your attention. Chapter 2: The Illusion of Busyness. Busyness has become a badge of honor. When someone asks, "How are you?" the automatic reply is, "Busy," as if being constantly overwhelmed is proof of success, as if rushing, multitasking, and drowning in to-do lists is the mark of someone important. But here's the harsh truth. Busyness does not equal progress. Busyness is often just distraction in disguise. You can fill every hour of your day and still accomplish nothing meaningful. You can spend your energy on shallow tasks, endless emails, and pointless scrolling, and call it work. But at the end of the day, all you've done is move in circles. This is the illusion of busyness, feeling productive while staying stuck. Multitasking makes it worse. The modern world praises the person who can juggle 5 things at once, but science tells a different story. Multitasking destroys focus, lowers efficiency, and drains energy. Each switch between tasks burns mental fuel, leaving you exhausted and scattered. You're working harder, but accomplishing less. And what's the cost? Fulfillment. You end your day drained but dissatisfied, wondering why the hours slipped through your fingers without leaving anything behind. Busyness tricks you into believing you're making progress, but what you're really doing is avoiding the deeper work, the work that requires focus, courage, and stillness, the work that actually moves your life forward. So here's the shift. Measure your life not by how busy you are, but by how present you are. Not by how many tasks you checked off, but by how deeply you engaged with the tasks that truly matter. Because no one remembers the person who was always busy. They remember the person who built something, who created something, who lived with intention. The illusion of busyness will keep you spinning forever. The practice of stillness will set you free. Chapter 3: Stillness as Strength. In a world addicted to speed, stillness feels unnatural. We equate silence with boredom. We equate slowing down with laziness. We equate stillness with weakness. But the truth is the opposite. Stillness is strength. Think about it. Stillness is what allows an archer to release an arrow with precision. Stillness is what allows a surgeon to make the exact cut that saves a life. Stillness is what allows a leader to make a wise decision in the middle of chaos. Without stillness, there is only reaction. With stillness, there is clarity. The distracted mind is scattered, pulled in every direction at once. The still mind is focused, steady, unshakable. Distraction drains energy. Stillness stores it. Distraction clouds judgment. Stillness sharpens it. And here's the paradox. Stillness is not the absence of action. It is the foundation of powerful action. A mind that knows stillness acts with purpose instead of panic, precision instead of noise. Most people fear stillness because it forces them to confront themselves. In silence, the masks fall. The busyness that distracts you is gone, and what remains are your raw thoughts, your true feelings, your unmet truths. That's why people run from it. But the very thing they avoid is the key to their freedom. When you embrace stillness, you stop being pushed around by the chaos of the world. You learn to respond instead of react. You learn to see clearly instead of blindly rushing. You reclaim the power that distraction has been draining from you. Stillness is not weakness. It is composure. It is awareness. It is the strength to remain grounded when everything else is pulling you away. And the stronger your stillness, the stronger your life becomes. Chapter 4: Reclaiming Your Mind. Your mind is the most valuable space you own. It's the birthplace of every decision, every creation, every dream. Yet most of us live as if that space is open to anyone. Notifications, endless news, ads, opinions, all flooding in, unfiltered, shaping your focus without your permission. If your home was constantly invaded, you'd lock the doors. But when it comes to your mind, you leave it wide open, and distraction walks in freely. Reclaiming your mind begins with setting boundaries. You cannot eliminate every distraction, but you can choose what you allow inside. That starts with awareness. Notice how often you reach for your phone when you're bored. Notice how much of your attention is stolen, not given. Awareness is the first act of defense. The second step is silence. Most people fear silence because it feels empty. But silence is not emptiness. It is clarity. Give yourself moments without noise. No music, no screens, no conversation. Just you, your breath, and your awareness. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. But over time, silence becomes the soil where clarity grows. The third step is single tasking. Multitasking scatters energy. Single tasking sharpens it. Choose one thing, one project, one person, one moment. Give it your full attention without splitting your focus. Depth beats speed. Presence beats busyness. And finally, reclaim your mornings. The first hour of your day sets the tone for the rest. If you start with distraction, emails, social feeds, chaos, your mind is hijacked before you've even begun. Instead, claim your mornings with stillness. Journaling, breath, reading, or simply being present before the noise begins. Reclaiming your mind is not about isolation. It's about sovereignty. It's about deciding what deserves your attention and refusing to give it away cheaply. Because the mind you master is the life you master. And the moment you take back your attention, you take back your freedom. Chapter 5. Building Stillness. Habits. Stillness is not a one-time event. It's not something you stumble into on a perfect vacation morning. Stillness is a practice, a habit that you build into your daily life until it becomes second nature. The first habit is morning silence. Before the world demands your attention, give it to yourself. Resist the urge to check your phone. Instead, sit quietly. Breathe. Journal. Read something meaningful. These first few minutes shape the rhythm of your entire day. The second habit is focused blocks. Carve out stretches of uninterrupted time for deep work. No notifications. No multitasking. Just one task, fully engaged. Even a single 60 to 90-minute block a day can produce more progress than an entire, distracted afternoon. The third habit is tech fasts. Set boundaries with your devices. Choose a time each evening when the screens go off. Allow yourself to feel the discomfort of boredom. That discomfort is not weakness. It's detox. It's your brain recalibrating to clarity. The fourth habit is micro-stillness. Stillness doesn't always require hours. It can be 30 seconds of closing your eyes before a meeting, a deep breath before replying in anger, a pause before making a big choice. These micro moments of stillness shift your life in powerful ways. The fifth habit is presence in relationships. Put the phone away when you're with someone you love. Look them in the eyes. Listen without planning your response. Presence is the rarest gift in a distracted world, and it transforms not only your relationships, but your soul. Stillness habits don't remove life's noise, but they give you mastery within it. They train your mind to remain calm in chaos, sharp in complexity, and free in a world that profits from your distraction. And the more you practice, the more you realize this. Stillness isn't an escape from life. Stillness is what makes you fully alive. Conclusion: clarity over chaos. Distraction is not harmless. It is the silent killer of dreams, the thief of creativity, the chain that keeps your potential locked away. It convinces you that busyness is progress, that multitasking is strength, that noise is normal. But deep down, you know the truth. Distraction leaves you exhausted, scattered, and unfulfilled. Stillness is the antidote. It sharpens your mind. It fuels your creativity. It gives you clarity when the world screams for your attention. Stillness doesn't mean retreating from life. It means meeting life with focus instead of frenzy. It means reclaiming your mornings, choosing silence over noise, presence over panic, depth over speed. When you master stillness, you master yourself. And when you master yourself, you unlock the potential that distraction has been burying. So let this be your mantra. Distraction kills potential. Stillness creates freedom. And every time you feel pulled into the noise, every time your focus starts to slip, remember this: the power to return to stillness is always in your hands. Choose clarity. Choose focus. Choose freedom. Because the life you want begins in the silence you've been avoiding.